Welcome to today's yoga class, focusing on balance and stability through this flow. We're going to begin in mountain pose with feet parallel, lifting and spreading the toes, activating the muscles in the lower legs. Lengthening through the sideways, drawing your upper arm bones back. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Grounding here if you'd like, keeping eyes closed or soft gaze. Taking a few more moments to center into the body. Bringing hands to the waist, grounding through that left foot, lifting the right foot slightly and rolling the ankle in either direction. As you're ready, coming into tree pose, lifting that foot to the inner ankle, calf or thigh, placing the foot above or below the knee, hands together at heart center. Pressing the foot into the leg, leg into the foot, growing long through the spine. Taking full belly breaths. If you feel stable here and you'd like to test your balance for the next few breaths, maybe try closing the eyes if they're not already closed. As you're ready, transitioning into Warrior One, so carefully placing that foot back at about a 45-degree angle. If you need to, adjusting that front foot, creating a wider or shorter distance here, bending front knee over the ankle, hips squared forward. And then reaching arms up overhead, shoulders resting down the back. Checking in with those ribs if they're jutting out. Try to slightly tuck the tailbone here. Core engaging. On an exhale, bringing hands together to heart center. Transitioning here, we're going to pick that right foot up. If you need to, tapping the foot to help with stability. Lifting the knee up here, about parallel to the hip or higher, flexing the foot. Grounding here, lengthening through the spine. And as you're ready, exhaling, kicking that foot back behind you, creating a T with the body. And then either keeping hands together in front of heart center or down to the mat as you bend that knee, bringing it towards the left calf. Continue bending the knee and then extending the leg, pointing the toes behind you. Opening up the hip as you come into a standing split. And then sinking down, knee towards that left calf. Keeping the hips parallel or even as you come down here, long through the spine. Continue alternating at your own pace, extending the leg and then bending the knee. Continue pressing through that left foot for stability. Holding it stable here, knee behind the calf, maybe bringing hands together in front of heart center if they're not already there. Long through the spine, pointing that toe back behind you. Breathing deeply. As you're ready, releasing hands down towards the mat, stepping the foot back, and then inhale, arms up, coming into a crescent lunge. Maybe looking up, taking a small back bend here. Exhaling, hands down to the mat, stepping back into downward facing dog. If you'd like, pedaling out the feet or finding any kind of movement that you'd like here, opening up through the back body. On your next inhale, looking between the hands, tiptoe the feet, core engaged all the way up to the top of the mat, taking tiny steps. And then coming into a forward fold, maybe holding opposite arm, releasing the head and neck. If you'd like, taking a gentle sway side to side. Releasing those arms, rolling the spine up, head and neck coming up last. Rolling shoulders back and down. Coming back into mountain pose, palms facing forwards. If you'd like, taking a moment here to roll out the left ankle in either direction. And then making your way into tree pose, left foot coming to the right ankle, calf or thigh, hands together in front of the chest, or if you'd like, arms overhead. Finding your version of tree, whether that's a strong and tall tree today, or if you notice maybe there's some gentle waving. Holding it here for 2 more breaths. And as you're ready, releasing that foot, transitioning back into Warrior One, back foot at a 45, squaring hips forward, front knee bent over the ankle, and then maybe arms coming overhead, shoulders down the back. Breathing in deeply here. Pressing firmly through both feet. Imagine pressing feet to opposite ends of the mat, legs engaged. And an exhale, hands coming together through to heart center. And then pressing into that right foot, left knee reaching up here, flexing the foot, finding length through that standing leg all the way up to the crown of the head. As you're ready, transitioning back into that T shape, pressing that heel back behind you as you bring the upper body forward. Hands either together in front of the chest or bringing them down to the mat as you bend both knees and extend, pointing the back toe behind you, bringing that back knee to the back of the calf and extend. Moving at your own pace here, as fast or as slow as you'd like. Opening up, bending back. As that knee comes towards the back of the calf, finding length through the spine. And the next time the knee comes back down, holding it here, either hands to the mat for stability or at heart center. Pointing that toe back behind you. Imagine squeezing the legs so that the hips stay square here. You're not dipping down to one side or the other, finding that balance. Finding length through the spine, hugging shoulders together behind the back. Releasing the hands back down, stepping the foot back. And make your way into your crescent lunge, arms overhead. On your next exhale, releasing hands back down, stepping back into downward facing dog. If you'd like pedaling out the feet or holding it here, breathing into the back body. On your next inhale, lifting to the tips of the toes, taking very tiny steps, core engaged, walking towards the center of your mat. As you get there, keeping heels lifted, bending the knees down, sinking into a balancing pose here, hips to the heels, hands either staying to the mat for stability or hands to heart center. Knees pointing forwards, hugging the ankles together. Taking one more breath here. As you're ready, releasing hands down if they're not already, untucking the toes, sitting back to the heels. Inhale, arms overhead, and exhale, palms together all the way down to the mat. Namaste. If you'd like, remaining here, or bringing hands to the thighs as you come up, remaining in a kneeling position as long as you'd like, settling into this space you've created for yourself. Thank you for joining me today for this 10-minute flow focusing on balance. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.